The rule of thumb is that anything, any movement that you feel comfortable with, that's okay.
Okay.
Alright? But if you feel that there is an urge of strivings, effort, then it's not okay.
Right.
Because, but yet again, you have to experience this and to feel the difference and make a difference in you. This is the purpose of the practice.
Yeah.
To practice is not to repeat the same pattern time and time again. No.
Sure.
As I said, if you don't realize that it's a wrong pattern and you repeat it 10,000 times, by the end of the day, it's still the same mistake.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
bigger and heavier.
Yeah.
You see? So that's not the purpose.
Right.
Yeah. So anything that makes you feel comfortable, it's okay. And later, once those conditioned energy got bent off, your body become lighter, and you become more and more sensitive to this energy flow. You become more and more aware, put it this way.
Yeah. I've noticed that already, like when in Yongchuan, like with the other people practicing, I try to apply what you teach here, and I've noticed that like I've become much lighter compared to before in this very short time already. And then also like the moves become faster but more stable. Like the alignment is much stronger than it ever was before. So that's a very interesting observation.
Okay.
Because it happened in, I mean, I've come here like for 6 weeks. It's a very short time, I think, for that change.
Yeah, because when it comes to this, everybody is different. Right. Somebody senses it faster, somebody will never sense it.
Yeah.
It has to do with the quality of your personality. Especially, there's nothing wrong for you to wanting to get it, but by wanting too much, you fall back to your mind, and the mind will block you away from it. You see? But if you're serious about it, diligent about it, and really sense it on a step-by-step basis, that means it's not so difficult. Once you sense it, as I said before, by itself, it's very simple. It's the mind that complicates. So if you can release your mind, then it will become easier and easier. But to release the mind is something against human nature. You see, both martially and spiritually, this is the same common denominator that which blocks people from true understanding. You see, so that's why we started with the routine. You know, heaven, man, earth, and oneness. The key thing is that you have to find the balance of your body first, so that you're making room for you to really release the hyperactivity of your mental energy. So once you become aware of it and relax, you don't have to relax completely to feel the magic. You just relax a little bit, you'll be able to sense the difference. And then a new dimension opens up. You see? And the rest of the practice is to stabilize yourself in this natural state. You harmonize, you surrender your mind to this heart, this conscious presence. So they are mutually exclusive. So if your mind is hyperactive, it distorts the sensation, it distorts the reflection. But if you release your mind, then the light of this conscious presence, they will come up. Okay? And then everything is as it is, you know? And then internally, you open up a new space and a dimension, and that's where I got freedom. You're free to express yourself. You start to sense much more intuitively. You know, you separate yourself from the observed. And you become more and more aware that you are the observer, and the manifestation is observed. It's a reflection of your sensations. From this, you become the seer. You become the knower. This is a state of jnana, or the enlightened one. You know, they see the landscape with a different perspective. You know, so the key thing is that you have to be in the state instead of just accumulation of their knowledge, their teachings, his teaching, and his teaching, etc. You are still bound by the mind. Make sense? Yeah. So this is what I call self-validation. You know, you have to be in the state for you to see the landscape. If you're not in the state, then it doesn't really matter, you know, how good your teacher is with the words. You know, it is still your imagination. You see? Make sense? Yes. So this is the beauty of the art. You know, it is very simple, and there is no rule, and you are totally free. You're free to express yourself either intellectually or emotionally. Yeah? Makes sense? So the deeper you delve in, you are embarking on an internal journey of demystification of yourself. Once you stabilize in this state, there will be no more questions. Because whenever there's a question popping up in your mind, you'll be able to see the answer next to the question yourself. You see? And this is intellectual, conceptual freedom. You know, because you are not participating involuntarily in the external reflections of the manifestation. You are aware that you are the light that which makes the reflection possible, because you can see it and sense it yourself. You know? This is the purpose of the practice. So once you stabilize in the state, there will be no more questions. You become very quiet, you become very silent, and you become free with full awareness. This is actually what we're trying to be. You know, instead of I'm a very good fighter, I have so many skills, etc. You know, all fightings they're just an act of brutality. You know, once you can release and conquer your mind, there's no room for brutality, isn't it? You see, and the fighting becomes redundant and necessary. Yeah. So what's the purpose? As I said, what's the purpose for you to train yourself diligently in preparation for yourself for a very good fight? It's stupid. It's a totally wrong notion. See? So that's why the word for Chinese martial art it is Wu. And this word is composed by two parts. You know, stop fighting, stop spirit, stop fighting. You know, for a reason. You know, but it also took me more than 30 years to read the Roshan correctly. Yeah. And it's very difficult for people like me to let go of what you have accumulated emotionally or physically, and to let it go and revert to mental focus and settle back in anew, you know, from the very beginning. But this is exactly how and why I can tap into this dimension so very deep, because I let go of fighting. I literally took a vow to myself that from that moment onwards I don't fight people. So that's why when you touch my hands, I feel so very, how to say, there's no resistance. I don't resist. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.